If you're even remotely into snowmobiling, you've no doubt heard, seen, and possibly even drooled over the latest wildfire craze, snow bikes. They're here, and they're not just for the mountains. TimberSled, since being purchased by Polaris, has made huge headway in the snowbike world. There are many manufacturers of kits to transform your motorcycle, but TimberSled are the emerging leaders, and are truly offering some of the best and easiest kits for a wide array of bikes. Last season I spent quite a bit of time on 120 and 137-inch version snow bikes, but all of that time was spent at high altitude. This year, that's all going to change. Here at SnowTrack's headquarters, we run about 900 feet above sea level, but we see annual snowfall that's sizable and completely untouched in the trees and hills. There's been a new trend towards flatland freeriding, and Luke and I both think there's no reason to not tackle this same terrain with a couple of brand new Timbersleds mounted to factory fresh Yamaha YZ450FXs. And so that's precisely what I'm going to do. Installing a Timbersled kit can be done quite easily with one person, but it never hurts to have an extra set of hands. So I'm going to give Luke a call and have him come in and help me with this one. With Luke's help, I'm going to pull off the rear shock, swing arm, brake line, and chain. Once those pieces are off, the bike looks a little strange, but this is where the simplicity and forward-thinking crew at TimberSled really make a conversion easy. Everything comes in their fit kits, specific to your bike, and you have options. When it comes to options with Timbersleds, you got a couple. You can go with a 120-inch or 137-inch kit. For us being flatlanders, 120 is the way to go.
We also went with the LE kit, which adds an awesome set of Kashima-coated Fox QS3R shocks.
And finally, you can choose whether you want a solid link between the upper shock mount and the back of the Timbersled, or whether you want to go with the Timbersled suspension strut, or TSS. This thing adds 8.5 inches of extra travel.
That's a total of 20 inches.
And it's going to make this Timbersled feel bottomlessly plush.
No other production snowmobile in the industry has 20 inches of travel. That's the most out there.
Let's put it on. The installation is very straightforward, and TimberSled provides you with the specific install kit for your bike. Very little modifications are required, if any, depending on the make and model. Utilizing the stock swing arm, as well as the top shock mounts, everything goes back together with ease, and the only time-consuming part is bleeding the pre-installed brake caliper and fitting the hose up to the master cylinder. Once the track kit's been mounted up, there's really not a whole lot left to do. We got to remove the front wheel, the disc brake, and then after that, it's on with the spindle and the new ski. Much like the rear end, the front wheel and axle are removed. TimberSled provides a new axle, a big aluminum arch spindle, as well as a lower fork clamp to have to be drilled through the spindle to ensure a secure mount. After bolting the spindle in place, the 10-inch backcountry ski is mounted up, and we are quite literally ready to ride.
Well, I mean, maybe not totally ready. Because of the change in geometry, the extra weight, and the general nature of snow, setting up your Timbersled kit is extremely important.
Right you are. And one of the cool things about a Timbersled kit is that it comes with this really neat tuning and maintenance manual that gives you all the information you're going to need, from air pressure to shock setup and what kind of stuff you're going to do for maintenance over time. They really do provide everything. While flatland Timbersled riding really isn't much of a thing as of yet, Luke and I both hope to change this and are excited to get out to places that you can't go with a sled this winter and see just how capable snow bikes are in areas that are yet to be discovered. I gotta say, I'm not just excited about the added horsepower at sea level or the crazy looks we're gonna get from folks, but I'm really stoked about getting out to places that we've never been able to go before. You know, you might have seen it from the air, you might have seen it from Google Earth, but it's just too treed in to get there with a sled.
And no doubt, just like what happened in the mountains, we're gonna have a ton of people standing around us asking, what is it? Where can they get it? And, of course, can I ride it?
I'm not letting anyone ride mine.
Me either.
You still gotta build yours. If you enjoyed the video that you just watched, like it and then subscribe to our page for more great content from SnowTracks TV.